how about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I think is this thing on? Yes, it is. Reading lips. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Feed. Do I not have this plugged in? Oh no. That's plugged in. That's on. Antennas are up. These are on. Let me see what's going on with my sound. You can hear talking now? All right, I don't know what happened. It was muted and I unmuted it, but you couldn't still hear me. Can hear me talking now. Okay. You should have heard me singing. It was like, oh my God. I just knocked my own socks off, but now it might not sound as good as it was, but let me just check these settings real quick and make sure that the audio is up. Yeah, 151, 152, I'm putting up to, okay. Hopefully it's all better now. Okay, good. For you and I, there is no distance, no future, no past tense, no sense of time. For you and I, there is no heaven, no hell to be forgiven, no reason, no rhyme. For you and I, there is no history, no sense of mystery, there is no why. For you and I, we are not earthbound, we never touch ground when we can fly. Can you imagine that we have never begun and that will never end? Can you imagine that we are not separate at all, but that we're just one spark lighting up a sky full of love? What brought us close? The law of attraction, but human reaction is keeping us alive here. You bring me home, a place I can let go, and I don't even really know until I arrive there. Can you imagine that we have never begun and that will never end? Can you imagine that we are not separate at all, but that we're just one spark lighting up a sky full of love? I'm here to console, and this is not romance, this is not by chance, it's what we're made for. Oh, bless my soul, I bear it freely. Take anything that you need, you give me back so much more. Can you imagine that we have never begun and that we'll never end? Can you imagine that we are not separate at all, but that we're just one spark lighting up a sky full of love? I'm here to console, and this is not romance, this is not by chance, it's what we're made for. Oh, bless my soul, I bear it freely. Take anything that you need, you give me back so much more. You give me back so much more. You give me back so That is for you and I. And hopefully the sound is better. I did increase the output a little bit. Thank you so much. Jen Franchacha and Donna W. I did increase that, so hopefully, let me just see if I can increase it anymore without I'm at 161, Rich. So just so you know, Rich is at work, so he signed on, but he might not be totally paying attention to the chat. But Rich, people said hi. And thank you all for being here. Karen Schneiderman, Beck and Tim, my brother John, my sister Dot, Donna and CM and Kat and Dennis. I'm so happy you're here. Who else did I miss? Jen Franchacha and Eric and Rich, of course. And did I miss anyone? I think I got everybody. Thank you for being, and anybody that's not bearing their souls on the chat, welcome. And anyone that's listening to this on the replay, I thank you, welcome. So I have I'm freestyling a little bit. Rich, I barely know how to work this stuff. I'm putting that one on. My husband, Rich, says, I barely know how to work this stuff. Oh, Beck and Tim, thank you. Eric says hi too, Rich. So you got a lot of fans. So he said hi back. 175. Oh, really? So Rich can never hear, his work computer, he can't really hear sound. He can't hear me talk. Hello, Martin. Freestyling yo from Philadelphia. Philadelphia? From Philly. Oh my gosh. 161. Yeah, that's what I have it at. Okay. I'm going to do more songs. I want to do Sam. So Cece Trubiak, that I've met through social media, sent me this lovely card. Oops, I'm like getting mail like Vince does. Sent me this lovely card from Canada. I forget exactly from where in Canada. I want to say Toronto, Ontario, I don't know. But it is Sandy. It's Olivia Newton-John in all of her outfits. I'm reading it the wrong way. From Sandy. And I recognize them all. The one is the nightgown, and she has a letter. She was writing him a letter, what was his name? Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, I can't even remember it. But anyway, he's such a really cool artist, and I just love this. It's like so cool. Yeah, mail time. Doing it a little early. And he does lots of things like this. He does a whole thing on Three's Company and all of the characters, and he says Mrs. Roper is his spirit animal. And he has like Loretta Lynn and Tammy Wynette and like all of those singers from the era that I was young. My mother listened to all those artists, so I'm very familiar. Isn't it cute? It's such a sweet thing to send me. So, and it's so cool. So I said I would do another Olivia Newton-John song. I'm going to do Sam, which I played this when I did my little Olivia Newton-John tribute, but I didn't know at the time that it's one of her favorites. Her favorites were Hopelessly Devoted to You and Sam, so I'm going to play. This is Sam, and John Farrar and Don Black wrote it. I've heard that you're on your own now, so am I. I'm living alone now. I was wrong, so were you. What will you do? Are you glad to be free? Are you feeling lost, just like me, longing for company? Oh, Sam, Sam, you know where I am, and come around and talk a while. I need your smile, you need a shoulder. Oh, Sam, Sam, you know where I am, and the door too much space now, and the nights go so slow. I'm sure you know, wish I knew what to do. It would be nice seeing you, and it might help you too. Oh, Sam, Sam, you know where I am. Come around and talk a while. I need your smile. You need a shoulder. Oh, Sam, Sam, you know where I am, and the door is open wide. Come on inside, longing to see you. Oh, Sam, Sam, you know where I am. So that is Sam, written by John Farrar and Don Black. And it was an Olivia Newton-John hit, and it was one of her favorites, which is it's my favorite of hers, actually. I love that song. I fell in love with it at a classical gig, actually. We were doing waltz music, and someone taught the waltz to that song, and they were blaring it, and I was like, wow, this is a cool song. Just the whole waltz feeling. Love it. Wow, so thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I was at the Alice Paul's songwriting retreat, Labor Day weekend. Rich was with me. I'm telling you, Rich had more fun than I did. I'm positive of that. But I had a great experience musically. Oh, Karen, you never heard that one. Oh, thanks, Donna. Yeah, I love that song. So I got a lot of coaching, really good coaching, from Lori McAllister of Red Molly, from Susan Werner, changed my life kind of coaching. And Andy, yes, you're here. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here. So, Andy wasn't sure you could make it today, so I'm really glad you made it. And I didn't tune my guitar. Let me do you all a solid and tune my guitar. Oh, it's pretty in tune. This one stays in tune pretty well. But I got a lot of coaching on Never Been to War, and I changed some of the things I'm doing because of it. The coaching I did with Laurie McAllister was in front of a class. And then I got coached by Susan Werner on a different song, but it helped me I tried to apply it to this song, Never Been to War. And this is the one I did on the student concert. And in the room, I thought it went so well. And it did go well. People were all like loving it. And then I made the mistake of checking social media that night, and someone had liked it. And I hear it was posted already, and of course, you just like zoom to where you played and see how it sounded, and oh gosh, it was awful. The sound was bad, the lighting was bad. Tuning Nazi, it's pretty in tune. War is dust, war is loud sound, war is boots upon the ground, but I've never been to war. War is miles of shifting sand, war is blood upon my hands, but I've never been to war. I've seen it on a movie screen, I've heard a childless mother scream, I've seen the documentaries, but I've never been. War is suffering, war is pain, war is money down the drain, war is inhuman. As you're counting up the cost, how do you count the life that's lost when you've never been to war? You've seen it on a movie screen, you've heard a childless mother scream, you've seen the documentaries, never been. All is fair in love and war, they say. What's fair about them anyway? Cause war hurts. Cause war hurts. And it never goes away. The wounds may heal, the hurting stays where we've never been. Don't keep your wars all in one place. Plan future wars in outer space. But you've never been to war. Fill your armies with the brave. Cause if you're wealthy, you get waved. And you never go to war. You've seen it on a movie screen. You've heard a childless mother scream. You've seen the documentaries, but you've never been. All is fair in love and war, they say. What's fair about them anyway? Cause war hurts. Cause war hurts. And it never goes away. The wounds may heal, the hurting stays where we've never been. Cause war hurts. Cause war hurts. And it never goes away. The wounds may heal, the hurting stays where we've never been. Never been to war. From Jellyfish on the Moon. Thank you so much. It's beautiful singing. Oh. And I almost knocked my teeth out with my teacup. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was really, it was interesting. Sometimes you get coaching and you're like, I can't do that. And I tried. Hey, Danny. Hey, James. Thank you so much. It was Clara Schumann's birthday yesterday or the day before. But I thought I should do my Darling of the Muses song because it's the story of Clara Schumann. She was a touring musician, a virtuoso pianist, a composer. She had 10 children. She was the breadwinner of her family. And she happened to be married to Robert Schumann. Should mention she toured England. She lived in Germany. She toured England. She toured Russia. She toured the Netherlands by boat. And she was a woman. By boat and train and carriage. She was married to Robert Schumann, who was the kingmaker, the premier composer of his day. And one day, Johannes Brahms knocked on their door and rocked their world. I am married to the kingmaker, but of all the kings he chooses, Jojo's a ball breaker, he's a heart taker, and they call him the darling of the muses. As I entered the parlor, Jojo sat at the piano. He had diamonds in his eyes and his hair was a halo. And he began to play like nothing I'd ever heard. It was crazy, made me dizzy. I think smoking is the word. The king is in the counting house, counting all the voices in his head. Jojo kisses my children at night and tucks them into bed. Traded tunes for days, took evening walks after tea. Nothing happened, I'm ashamed, no, there was no impropriety. But he does give me a charge, and he blows all my fuses. How did I fall in love with the darling of the muses? Tongue started wagging after me and my kids. I wish I'd had half the fun that they'd imagined that I did. But I got bills to pay, I got work to do. Ain't it funny how Jojo didn't get his started letter to? The king is in the counting house, counting all the voices my children at night and tucks them into bed. The kingmaker laughed me when he jumped into the Rhine. The voices in his head were so much stronger than mine. But I loved him with a vengeance, every moment here gone. He left me with Jojo, but he also left me all alone. The king is in the counting house, counting all the voices in his head. And when he took his last breath, I turned to Jojo and said, let's take a trip together, but he blew his kisses to me. He said he'd rather be alone or as long as he was free. Now my heart is broken twice, and I'm left with all those bruises. How did I fall in love with the darling of the muses? And down in the counting house, counting all the voices in my head. And down in the counting house, counting all the voices in my head. And down in the counting house. That is Darling of the Muses. And I think I'm going to switch to piano briefly. So, what can I tell you? I think I'm going to do Long Shot. Thank you so much. Hi, Heidi. Heidi Wolfson is here. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I'm going to be singing from her yard on Saturday with Jennings Durand and Jan, Rusty and Jan, which is kind of fun. I'm very looking forward to that. Oh, you love when I play piano. That's so nice. Oh, thank you for all the love. Mrs. Galaska, Mrs. G, oh my gosh, hello. It's so good to see you. Mrs. G was like when I was growing up, she was one of the mothers in the, we had a lot of kids, a lot of girls, and she was one of the moms. I was just looking. I think I'm going to do my Ruth from Ozark song called Long Shot. Snitches get stitches and don't ever run. When you're under the gun, never pull its trigger. Not your family ties, tie them into a bow. If they tell what they know, tie them up with rigor. Long shot, straight to the bow. Don't you look now, but the bridge is burning. Truth is all relative. Facts through a sieve made of every sacred cow. I am not afraid of being alone. I've got a rugged backbone, and you'll never own it. Look what we have here, it's truth that's top shelf. Take it down, check yourself, maybe you can hone it. Long shot, straight to the bow. Don't you look now, but the bridge is burning. Truth is all relative. Facts through a sieve made of every sacred cow. Come a little closer, I'll tell you my vice. It's that I am not nice, but I am not charmless. Do you like the thrill of taking a chance in the clutch of romance? I won't hold you harmless. I'm a long shot, straight to the bow. Don't you look now, but the bridge is burning. You've got fire in your heart. I'm only one little spark. You should be more discerning now. I live a simple life. I live by the code. I take what I'm owed and I give what's due ya. Cross the moving line, I'm untouchable. I'm dysfunctional, but baby, what's it to ya? I'm a long shot, straight to the bow. Don't you look now, but the bridge is burning. If you've got nothing nothing to hide. Don't be so petrified. Cross the bridge that's burning down. I still don't end that right. I can see Ozark the musical. I could write the music. That's what could happen. I could write the music and that would be fun. You're giving me ideas here. Oh, it's time for the cover song sing-along, my favorite part of the show. I know, John, isn't it great? Mrs. Galaska stopped by. Like we're neighbors, like just from Westmoreland Street to Rohr Street. Heidi, yes, I did write that song. I did. And I love that character. Jennifer Garner, yeah, she did win an Emmy. Danny mentioned she won an Emmy for that, which is amazing. She's just an amazing actor. And if you haven't seen, I guess I'm not kind of finding the thing that I'm looking for. But anyway, if you haven't seen Ozark, this probably means nothing to you, but she was a really rough kind of character, and I really, I wrote that one. Thank you so much. Oh, hey, Karen. Oh my gosh, my friend Karen Hall is here. I got the Karens. It's a great night when both of my Karens are here. That's, I feel like, yeah, she deserved it. She really did. I saw a video of her recently, and she was doing impressions of like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, and she really has a lot of characters inside of her. It was amazing. So, cover song sing-along. I'm so glad that you're all here for this because I'm excited. So, Our House, this song just keeps coming up in my feed for some reason, like the whole story of, well, actually, no, it wasn't, it was a different show I was watching, This Is Us. There's a scene in This Is Us. Oh my gosh, I never saw The Assistant. In This Is Us, the mother wants to go on a pilgrimage to see Joni Mitchell's house in Laurel Canyon, and she talks about Our House. And then, because I've been watching This Is Us, I finished it, but I binge watched that. And then it just keeps coming up in my feed, like about Graham Nash wrote it because one day they were out and Joni Mitchell bought some flowers and they came in and he's going to light the fire and he said, why don't you put the flowers in the vase we bought and blah, 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 blah. And then it became a song. I heard that, and then I recently heard that he actually wrote it after they broke up. It was like her breakup song, I believe, was River. And yes. So I don't know if any of that's true, but it's very feasible that someone would buy flowers in a vase and put them in the vase and somebody would light a fire. Very feasible. So I imagine it did happen. So here we go. You ready? Singing along. And you have to sing harmonies, too, if you can sing harmonies. I'll light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. Staring at the fire for hours and hours while I listen to you play your love songs all night long for me, only for me. Come to me now and rest your head for just 5 minutes. Everything is done. Such a cozy room. The windows are illuminated by the evening sunshine. Through them, fiery gems for you, only for you. Everybody, our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. Ooh, ah, la, 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 la. la 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 la. Our house is a very, 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 very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. Ooh, I'll light the fire while you place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. I love that song. Our House, written by Graham Nash. Apparently for Joni Mitchell, and that's her and her Laura Canyon house, I believe. That picture. Thank you. You know, I just had that one. I was just like, what key do I do this in? Because I've heard it all my life. It's like it's in here. I didn't need to practice it much. Oh man, thank you so much. Yes, you all sounded so good. Thank you for those harmonies. They were beautiful, challenging the Crosby, Stills, and Nash harmonies because they were so good. Okay, so next one. Now, this is for something completely different, although not, because it's still the 70s. And I don't know how I got on this kick, but I even changed my pick. I used to be a Fender medium girl when it comes to picks. It's like Fender mediums. And I always got the white ones because if you drop them in a club, they're easier spot. Catherine Rondeau taught me that. But Susan Werner turned me on to Dunlop 88 millimeters. And, oh, Joey, hey, it's nice to see you here. And I tested it with Rich when I was up at the retreat. And, oh my gosh, you saw Joni at the Main Point in Bryn Mawr. Anybody else at that concert here? There could have been. You got some folkies on here that definitely were keeping track of Joni back then. Anyway, so now I'm a Dunlop girl, Dunlop 88 millimeter girl. Everything's changed. You saw her, I knew it. I knew Jen Franchacha. Jen and Jenny is a friend of mine, so Danny, she's probably with you. James, she's probably was with you for that. Oh, okay, the next one, you're not going to believe this. So my sister Valerie, who's probably watched this on the replay. Hi, Valerie. And my friend Dee always watches this on the replay, and she watches in her car, so she doesn't see anything, so she misses out on a lot, I think. But she always listens, so hi, Dee. All right, so my sister Valerie was a good Eric Anderson. Jenny, does that sound familiar? Joni with Eric Anderson? So I listened to a lot of John Denver, a lot of Jim Croce, a lot of 70s. That's my childhood, and I love 70s music. But this one, for some reason, I looked it up, and I was gonna have a John Denver day, but and I still might. But this one, and I'll play it first, and then I'll tell you kind of where it led me. It led me down a way wild path. But here we go. Take Me Home, Country Roads. You got to know this one, right? Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Mine is a lady, stranger to water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye, country roads, take me home to a place I belong, West Virginia. Now, mama, take me home, country roads. I hear a voice in the morning hour, she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Now, mama, take me home down country roads. Take me home down country roads. Take me home down country roads. James, you actually sat next to John Denver at dinner. Wow, that's so cool. I love that. So actually, I'm going to put that back up there. So actually, I was looking at who wrote this. John Denver had a hand in it, but Taffy Nevert Danoff, and I was like, that's an interesting name. So I looked it up, and here she was married to Bill Danoff, and they were touring together as some band, a duo. Oh my gosh, I will totally do a John Denver night. Oh, thank you, Heidi. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks, Beck and Tim. I love that you love it. So I started looking up Taffy and her husband Bill, and they met John Denver in this club. They just met for the first time, I think, and they sat down and wrote this song. And Taffy and Bill went on to do other things too, including be in a band called the Stardust something, but here's the song that they wrote together, that they sang together. So I was like, okay. So keeping in the spirit of Bill Danoff, well, Bill Danoff wrote the song, but he and Taffy, his wife Taffy. All right, I'm definitely going to do a John Denver night. There is a song, actually, when I was looking up stuff for John Denver, there's a song that is very underrated called Guess He'd Rather Be in Colorado. And I loved that song growing up. And I was reading this article how they were saying it's such an underrated song. Just such a beautiful song. The poetry in it is just beautiful. So I'll definitely be doing that one, either as sing-along as, I'm not sure everybody knows it, but okay, so yeah. No, this is going to be good. You stayed at Clint Eastwood's bed and breakfast in Carmel, as did he and his girlfriend. Interesting. Wow. That's really cool. James, you've had some really cool experiences. James met Barack Obama and Michelle. Ready for this? Afternoon Delight. A fun song to sing, I think. Everybody sing along. Gonna grab my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto has been, when it's right, wait until the middle of a cold dark night, when everything's a little clearer in the light of day, and we know the night is always gonna be there anyway. Thinking of you's working up my appetite, looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together make the sparks ignite, and the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon which could not be caught who wouldn't bite. But you know, got some beta waiting, and I think I might try to whistle a little afternoon delight. Sky rockets in flight, afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Please be waiting for me, baby, when I come around. We could make a lot of love before the sun goes down. Thinking of you, working up an appetite, looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Come and sticks and stones together, make the sparks ignite, and the thought of loving you is making so excited. Sky rockets in flight, afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. I bought that just for the song. Clint played piano. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You heard Clint Eastwood play piano? Oh my gosh. Hey, Chrissy Morrow, another neighbor. Hi, AP Butron. Thank you for joining. Thanks for stopping by. You're a, oh no, you're a YouTube guy. Good, or girl, or person. Afternoon delight. Yes, that completes my sing-along for today. I was going to do another one. Actually, I was going to do, I don't have it ready yet, but I was going to do, so at Ellis Paul's songwriting retreat, one of the instructors was Steve Poltz, and I'd never heard of Steve Poltz. Aaron, of course you're Aaron. Hey, Aaron, it's so good to see you. Yay, Aaron is my friend on TikTok. I didn't recognize it at first. Yeah, I got it now. Wow, he was a jazz pianist. Oh, Chrissy, I'm so glad you're here. You know, Mrs. G showed up. Barbara Galasco was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here, but she was here a little earlier. Yeah, I liked that it took me there. It's like looking up these, oh my gosh, Jen Franchacha, Steve Poltz. He is like a folk version of Robin Williams, a folk singer version of Robin Williams. That's how he is. He's like so much energy, so many stories that your eyes just keep getting wider because the stories are like so fantastical and all these amazing things have happened to him, including he co-wrote Dreams last for so long, since even after you're gone. I know you love me, and soon you'll see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. He wrote that song with Jewel, and actually I even stumbled as I was like looking around. I stumbled. He was in the video of that. He's the man in the video of Jewel's "You Were Meant for Me." So he's very interesting. And so I'll tell you. So for his class, oh my gosh, Jewel. I follow her on Instagram, and this was a while ago, but she posted this thing on Instagram where she was in some big tent with lights, like this beautiful white tent with a bed and lights, and she's like, my daughter and I are camping. And I put a comment in and I said, you are not camping, you are glamping. It was this beautiful big tent with a bed in it. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. And so then she posted another picture and she said, we're glamping. Actually, she responded to me and said, oh my gosh, you're right. And then she put another picture up and said, we're glamping. It was so funny. It's like my little brush with fame was telling Jewel, you're glamping. You're not camping. Yodeling. Vaguely remember Jewel yodeling. And James, I'm so glad you loved Afternoon Delight. I might just like do that as like one of my covers I do. Ah, you glamp too. Yeah, Rich and I have done the opposite of glamp. Just have a non-waterproof tent in a torrential rainstorm. That happened once. Oh my gosh. Oh, nice. Nice. Upgraded camper. So, how did I get on this? Okay, so I wanted to share with you. People are sending me well, this isn't anything that anybody sent me, but so for Steve Pulse's class, we had to write a jingle. And I didn't know what to write about, and it just kind of occurred to me. Oh my gosh, Kat, all power to you. So we all had to like get up and do our jingle, and then his whole point was, John, it was, we have a tendency to get intense in torrential rain and ice storms. So this is how I wrote a jingle, and we all had to get up in front of the room and do it. Some of them were like just hilarious and funny and fun. But mine, I'm going to sing mine for you because I told Steve Pulse, he said, are you going to do this for anybody? Are you going to play this or do it out? And I said, I am going to do this on my live stream. I'm going to tell them about you, and I'm going to sing my jingle. So I promised him I would. So here it is. It's none of my business what you do when you're doing your business, but I've got a tale for you. Would you like a nice and clean tush? It also works on your bush. When you're dirty down there and you can't spare a square, get a nice and clean, tush. So that was my jingle for Steve Pulse's class, which went over really well. And like a lot of people would do their jingle, and he would go, now you can make that into a song. And he would blah, 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 and he'd start singing it like it was a song. He didn't do that when I did mine. I don't know why. Eric is totally horrified. Yeah, so that was my big impression on Steve Pulse. That's the impression I made. I'm like classy like that. Holy cow. All right, I owe you some more songs. What am I going to do here? All right, I might move to piano again. Oh my gosh, I know what I'm going to do for you. So Shanna in the dress was also there. She's a friend, and I just love her. And she asked me if I would sing this song. So I did it in one of the song circles. You must have been high when you said those words. There's no other way one would explain how they got heard. I must have been mad to believe what ensued, that those words would escape your lips that way unless you were stewed. Since we've been apart, I've checked on my heart. It's such a relief, my heart still beats, and that my love still pours, and it still isn't yours. I must be right on that moonlit night you were high as a kite. You must have been high to have been so intense. Those words wouldn't come out, not without some blunt influence. I must have been mad to think you meant what you said. However far, you did blow hard right into my head. Since you've been gone, I've written some songs. Sometimes it works to call you a jerk, and I feel better than holding my mighty pen. I use it to write, I use it to fight, and I usually win. You must have been high, but I must admit, wouldn't know what to do if that really were you and you weren't so lit. I must have been mad or much too serious. No harm, no pain, no need to explain why you were delirious. And as for those words that you didn't own, that you've now chosen to disown, are they strung in your head like lyrics you forget? Well then forget me too, if you must. Long forgotten I'll turn to rust, and I'll melt in your brain right next to Mary Jane. You must have been high, I must have been mad. You must have been high, I must have been mad. I must have been mad. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for all these kind comments. Thank you. Yeah, I released that as a single at some point. It was for, I did it for NERFA, which is coming up as the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance. I did it, I was a, that was going up. I was in the DJ showcase, which was very lovely, and I did that song. So, okay, so it's, all right, I have a couple more songs to do. Yay, NERFA, yeah, I'm going this year. Thank you so much. So Dennis wants you to hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. And oh, shoot, not yet. I don't want to end it. I wanted to just hide this. Okay, so, oh, there's a thumbs up button on the, if you're on YouTube, there's a thumbs up on the left hand thing. There's like, you can say you like it or dislike it. It's kind of in the middle, I guess. You can say you like it or dislike it. You can say you dislike it. I mean, I'm like that whole, like, God said it, Madonna said it. Like, either love me or hate me, but mediocre, like, isn't good. Like, either be one or the other. I'm cool with that. Love me or hate me. Actually, I want to do this one. The best love songs are not about the winning, how hearts held hands and then took wing and soared above a cotton candy land. The best love songs, they don't leave you standing tall. You can barely stand at all as you rise to get up from the fall. The best love songs, they're not sung by anyone. They remain under your tongue. For years they melt away until there comes a foggy day when you forget your misery, and misery wants company, and you oblige with your knowing smile. And every moment now beguiled with caution rides the wind. You can't hear how hourglass is ticking sand, and like sand love falls through your hands, and with it you fall down. The best love songs, they're not the ones that make you sigh, not the ones that make you cry. They remain under your tongue, never heard by anyone. The best love songs are never sung. That is one of mine called The Best Love Songs, and I will take you out with my newer happy song. And I hope that the song you remember is not the Nice and Clean Tush jingle. I hope that's not the one you remember. I hope you remember Here we go. I will take you out with my newer happy song. It's my Guns N' Roses cover band. I like the other one too. A lot of oh, Baby Shark. I have to learn that song. I did make an attempt to do that. Whoops, I'm doing the things I shouldn't. I gotta change that up and do the Baby Shark song. Oh, today is a sure bet. We've no troubles to forget. Don't know a moment I don't love as yet. We've nothing here to lose. Chart a course, it's ours to choose. Get ready for a big breakthrough. This is our time, this is our place. It's our moment, it's our space. While we're here having fun, and our fun is next to none, and our glass turns in our hands. Let's catch every grain of sand at the setting of the sun. I think I'll have another one. I list the things I'm grateful for, those I love, those I adore. I lose count, there's always more. I'm never done having faith in things unseen. Are we in the in-between? What is death? What does life mean? I hope we have a good run. This is our time, this is our place. It's our moment, it's our space. While we're here having fun, and our fun is next to none, and our glass turns in our hands. Let's catch every grain of sand at the setting of the sun. I think I'll have another one. I like to say unspoken things. I like to give my secrets wings. Like to give love without strings. I'm loyal like a dog. I love karma when I'm right. Love the darkness when I'm bright. Love my eyes when you're in sight. You're my favorite dialogue. This is our time, this is our place. It's our moment, it's our space. While we're here, we're having fun, and our fun is next to none, and our glass turns in our hands. Let's catch every grain of sand at the setting of the sun. I think I'll have another one. I think I'll have another one. I think I'll have another one. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being here. Oh, four drones diverted. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I don't do a good count. I'm not a good, I'm not a good imitator of things, which might be a good thing. Of some things, I guess. I think I'm a good imitator of Julie Andrews singing Oh Holy Night, but apparently it might not be the case. I might be just enamored with my own fun thing. But love you too, John. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Love you all. And I have so much fun doing this. I was telling Andy S. that, my orchestra, like community orchestra starting up, orchestra, and they're playing Brahms Third, which I love Brahms. And I don't think I'm going to do it because it would just make me too crazy. I love doing this. Heidi, I will see you Saturday. I am playing it in Heidi's backyard with Duran Jennings and Rusty and Jan. Oh, thanks, Chrissy. Thanks for hanging out. That's so nice. Hi, Dot. Thanks. Thank you, everyone. I am just so grateful. And I know you could be doing many things with your time, and the fact that you stopped by here and hang out with me, I'm just honored and so happy about that. So thank you so much. Hope you have a great rest of the night. Enjoy it. And a great rest of the week. And I will see you next week. I'll see you next week. All right, love you too. Bye.